Listen, if you're a Pi network pioneer feeling like this project is going nowhere and wondering if you wasted your time, you need to hear this right now. The open mainnet is live, the walls are down, and the next 12 months will determine if Pi becomes a legitimate global currency or just another failed crypto project. You know what? I'm gonna show you exactly what's happening, what the roadmap to 2026 looks like, and the critical milestones that must happen for your Pi to have real value. No hype, no sugarcoating, just the honest truth about where we stand. Before we dive deep, follow my Telegram and Facebook pages right now. The links are in the description below. That's where I share breaking news, exclusive analysis, and real-time updates that you won't get anywhere else. Our Pi community connects there daily, and you need to be part of it to stay ahead of what's coming. You know what, let me give you the real story of how we got here. Pi Network started in 2019 with one revolutionary idea: let regular people mine cryptocurrency from their phones without expensive equipment or technical expertise. But unlike other projects that launch with empty promises, Pi took a methodical four-phase approach that's been testing everyone's patience but building something that might actually work. The 2023 testnet phase was like boot camp for the blockchain. You know what, the core team created a perfect replica of the real network, but with worthless test Pi, so they could break things, find weaknesses, and fix problems without risking real money. Engineers simulated attacks, stress-tested transaction speeds, and refined the system. And here's what made it special. Pioneers like you weren't just watching from the sidelines. You were running nodes, validating transactions, testing wallets, and reporting bugs. Every piece of feedback you gave shaped the network. That collaborative spirit is what separates Pi from corporate-run crypto projects. Then 2024 brought the enclosed mainnet, and suddenly Pi had real value. Transactions were recorded on a live blockchain, but the network stayed walled off from external exchanges. You know what? I saw massive frustration during this phase. People wanted to trade, wanted to see a price, wanted that validation. But that enclosed period protected us from speculators and scammers before the system was ready. It gave the ecosystem time to develop actual use cases instead of becoming another pump-and-dump coin. This is when the great migration happened. If you completed KYC verification, you could move your mined Pi into your own wallet. And yes, KYC frustrated people, but here's reality. If Pi wants to be legitimate enough for merchants and institutions to use, it needs regulatory compliance. The verification ensured every account belonged to a real person, not bots that would destroy credibility. You know what? For the first time you could send Pi to friends, use it in apps, and experience real digital money that you truly controlled without banks or payment processors standing in the way. February 20th, 2025 changed everything. The open mainnet launched and the training wheels came off. Pi became public, fully decentralized, and open to the world. Your wallets can now interact with anyone, anywhere. The blockchain is completely transparent. Developers can build whatever they want without permission. You know what? This is where we are right now, and with this freedom comes serious responsibility. Your passphrase is everything. Lose it and your Pi is gone forever. There's no customer service, no password reset, nothing. And scammers are everywhere now with fake websites, phishing attempts, and people pretending to be from the core team. You need to be smarter and more careful than ever. But here's what excites me about the open mainnet. The real-world utility is genuinely revolutionary. You know what? Imagine living where sending money abroad costs 10% in fees and takes 3 days. With Pi, it's instant and almost free. Picture being a freelancer in Nigeria trying to get paid by a European client, but PayPal doesn't work properly, and fees are insane. Pi solves that. Think about a farmer selling directly to city customers without middlemen taking half the profit. Pi makes it possible. These aren't theoretical ideas. These are real problems billions face daily, and Pi could actually solve them if the ecosystem develops right. You know what? The network effect is powerful. More users means more value. More value means more merchants accept it. More acceptance means more usefulness. This creates a positive feedback loop that could make Pi a real currency, not just speculation. Now let's talk about 2026, the critical year that determines everything. The roadmap has major milestones, and I need to be honest about them. First, exchange listings. Everyone asks me, when Binance? When can I sell? You know what? Listings are important because they enable price discovery and let you convert Pi to dollars or other currencies. But here's my honest take. Exchange listings aren't everything. I've seen cryptocurrencies get listed, pump briefly, then crash and die because they had no real use. What matters more is building a genuine Web3 economy around Pi. Imagine educational platforms where students worldwide access courses and pay teachers directly in Pi without corporations taking massive cuts. Picture social media where creators get paid immediately by fans with no middleman taking 30%. Think about global commerce where a Kenyan business sells to Brazilian customers without payment processor discrimination. You know what? This is what actually excites me about Pi, not speculation but creating a fairer financial system. Let me give you my completely honest opinion after following this project for years. You know what? Pi's methodical approach is both its greatest strength and biggest weakness. The strength is obvious. By taking it slow and building infrastructure before hype, Pi avoided the catastrophic failures that killed thousands of other projects. This careful approach is why Pi still exists while coins launched with massive hype have disappeared. But the weakness is real. That slow approach has tested pioneers' patience to the breaking point. People have mined for years watching other cryptos explode in value. The frustration is completely understandable because I've felt it myself. You know what? There were moments I wondered if the core team was being too cautious, letting opportunities slip away while perfecting every detail. And let me be brutally honest, the next 12 months will make or break Pi Network. All the planning, infrastructure, and community effort comes down to execution right now. Can they deliver exchange listings? Will developers build compelling apps? Will merchants accept Pi? Will the network effect actually kick in? You know what? Pi is running out of time to prove itself. The crypto world moves fast, pioneers are losing faith, search interest is declining, and competitors aren't waiting. But with all that said, I genuinely believe Pi has something special. The pioneer community that stuck through years of uncertainty is incredible. The technology is solid. The vision of accessible, decentralized currency for regular people is what crypto should be about. You know what? The methodical approach means Pi has foundations strong enough for mass adoption if everything comes together. So, am I bullish on Pi? Cautiously, yes. The potential is absolutely there. The team has proven they're serious and committed. The ecosystem is developing in the right direction, but we're in a critical phase where execution matters more than vision, action matters more than words, and results matter more than roadmaps. My advice, stay engaged, but stay realistic. Keep your Pi, participate in the ecosystem, use Pi apps, support merchants who accept Pi, but don't bet your entire financial future on any single cryptocurrency, Pi included. You know what? Diversify, stay informed, and make decisions based on what actually happens, not just what you hope will happen. If this gives you clarity, smash that like button. Comment honestly about how you're feeling about Pi's progress. Are you still hopeful or losing faith? Subscribe with notifications on because I'll keep covering Pi's journey with honest truth as I see it. Check my Telegram and Facebook pages in the description for deeper conversations. You know what? We're all in this together as pioneers. We've come this far and we deserve to see if Pi can actually deliver on its promise. The next chapters will be wild, and I'll be documenting everything. See you in the next video.